Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Appreciate you jumping on. Today we got more news circling about the Gary Gensler resignation. We also got some news on a Cardano and XRP partnership. That and much more. Stick around. Let's take a look at pricing before we dive into that news. XRP up just over 1% in the last 24 hours, sitting at 91,790. Ethereum flat, sitting at 3,094. Solana down just slightly, sitting at 238.89. XRP sitting at $1.09, down 5.15% in the last 24 hours. And Dogecoin back up 6.55% to 0.388 cents. So Dogecoin making another move up. Let's jump into some news here. A lot of stuff happening in the crypto universe. First, coming in from John Deaton, he says recently at Elon Musk suggested that Howard Lutnick might be the right choice for Treasury Secretary, but humbly suggested that others should provide input on who President Trump should select to be America's next Treasury Secretary. In my opinion, he says, the two most important remaining positions to be filled is U.S. Treasury Secretary and SEC Chairman. I don't think it's coincidence that both remain unfilled because these two selections must be compatible and complement each other to truly implement the America First agenda envisioned by President Trump. It's been reported that important leaders within the crypto industry, like Brian Armstrong, Brad Garlinghouse, P. Market, and other significant players, are helping regarding the selection process, along with a number of other folks, including J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel, Vivek Ramaswamy, Howard Lutnick, Donald Trump Jr., and others. Mr. Deaton goes on to say, as amicus brief counsel representing over 80,000 individual crypto token holders in the most consequential SEC cases filed to date, including at Ripple, at Coinbase, and at Library.com, I respectfully offer my 2 cents regarding the next SEC chairman and Treasury Secretary. He says, full disclosure, I reported on FEC disclosures, I have over 80% of my net worth invested in crypto, primarily in Bitcoin. He says the dream team that would 100 foster innovation in America, securing its place as the #1 market in the world, causing an economic explosion in our capital, crypto, and IPO markets, while bolstering demand for the USD and ensuring its dominance around the world, while at the same time shaking things up and reforming the agencies, is Brian Brooks as Treasury Secretary and Brad Bondi as SEC Chairman. He goes on to say he lays out his case for Bondi. I'm going to stop it there. You guys can check out the article if you check out John Deaton on X. But he is saying for Treasury Secretary, Brian Brooks and Brad Bondi for Security and Exchange Commission Chairman. I have heard from Brian Brooks. I've had him on the channel before. I have not heard from Brad Bondi. I am going to have to investigate that gentleman. But hey, if it's coming from John Deaton, I got to tell you, it's probably pretty good. Probably pretty good advice from Mr. Deaton. Moving on to Mr. Mann, he says, get ready for Digital Assets Compliance, Enforcement, and Regulatory Oversight Conference. Big names discussing crypto oversight taking place today and tomorrow, November 18th and 19th, 2024. Here it is, in-person conference, third forum on digital assets, compliance, enforcement, and regulatory oversight, happening in New York. Here are some of the attendees, including David Hirsch, CJ Rinaldi, special interviews with Kenneth Coghill, Deputy Superintendent of Virtual Currency, New York State Department of Financial Services, federal and state agency priorities, and you can see the list down there, Jennifer Farner, Michael Grady, and so on. So this is great to see people doing work to try to get us more clarity in the industry. Now, moving on to Rob Cunningham. If you don't follow Rob Cunningham on X or on LinkedIn or other platforms, this guy does great work. He says massive XRP tailwinds, and he describes them here. Remember, he says, this coming from Smoke Dog. He's retweeted Smoke Dog here. Cycles repeat. There's more liquidity in the system now than in 2017. More institutions are involved now than in 2017. More partnerships exist. More crypto regulations are taking shape. And yet, without any of these, XRP still outperformed Bitcoin and ETH in 2017. This has been documented over 350 times in 1 month. The masses are not ready for what's coming. And here are some of the things that are happening, that have happened and will happen. Gary Gensler resignation, Ripple lawsuit ending, new XRP ETF listings, Ripple RLUSD stablecoin, clear crypto legislation, institutional FOMO, Iraq dinar reset, Federal Reserve restraints, Ripple 2025 IPO possibility, Coinbase top 10 ETP, New York Stock Exchange, public awakening, old media collapsing. All these things are positive and point to an XRP takeoff, not financial advice. Do your own research, but things are looking up for XRP. Coming in from Tony Edwards here, Thinking Crypto Podcast, he says, holy shit, tomorrow is going to be huge. OCC was the final hurdle for Bitcoin ETF options. He retweeted here the Block Pro headlines. OCC confirms iBit options to list and trade on Tuesday, November 19th, the Block Pro. Tons of money flowing through this channel. Only going to make Bitcoin enthusiasts even more positive. Altcoin Daily coming in here with a video, says breaking President-elect Donald Trump's in talks to buy crypto trading platform BAKKT. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. Let's say BAKT. So his ownership in DJT is looking to buy this trading platform. Let's take a listen on what this is all about.
Crypto news that's just breaking. Kate Rooney has that for us. Hi, Kate.
Hey, Mike. So we've got a couple of crypto headlines here. I'm going to start first with a report here from the Financial Times that Donald Trump's social media company is in advanced talks to buy BAKT. That is a crypto trading venue owned by the Intercontinental Exchange. That's the New York Stock Exchange parent company. As Truth Social does look to expand beyond online conversations. Again, this is according to the FT. The media group here is owned by President-elect Donald Trump, and according to this report, is closing in on an all-share purchase of that crypto exchange. They're citing two people familiar with those talks. We've reached out to both companies, but you can see shares of Trump Media up more than 8%, and then BAKT was up as much as 40%, but is now halted for volatility. And then separately, Wall Street Journal now reporting that President-elect Trump is meeting with the CEO of crypto exchange Coinbase. That is Brian Armstrong, the Journal here, citing people familiar with the matter. They are expected, according to this report, to discuss personal appointments to his second administration. Trump has been an avid backer of crypto. He's showed up at some of these crypto conferences and is, according to this report, talking to Brian Armstrong about the SEC commissioner. In particular, Armstrong has backed publicly Hester Pierce as a potential SEC commissioner, Mike. But a couple headlines to bring you there. We don't see the shares of Coinbase moving on that, but anyway, back to you.
Well, we do have Bitcoin itself up close to $92,000, up a couple percent, Kate. Maybe on some of that as well. So good to.
Some good stuff there. Trump to meet privately with Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, probably to discuss this other platform as well as discuss maybe who should be sitting in the SEC chair position, who should be Treasury Secretary, as we discussed earlier, getting Brian Armstrong's input on that. And why not? Coinbase has been doing great work. One of the best exchanges out there. Moving on to Emily here. She says, breaking, Gary Gensler is expected to step down as SEC chair after Thanksgiving. This could end the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit immediately. Now, these rumors are flowing. We thought we might get the resignation late last week, early this week. Now it sounds like maybe after Thanksgiving. But I think this could come at any time. And it's definitely the direction we need to go. Moving on here from Armando Pantoja. He says Gensler's exit plus Elliott wave patterns signal a huge XRP breakout. Key breakpoints 133 and $1.88. After $1.88, it's clear path back to the all-time high of 384. Targets $8 to $30. Last time we saw this setup, XRP skyrocketed. Don't miss it, Armando says. Could we get to 384? Again, do your own research.
This is huge news. Rumors are flying that Gary Gensler may step down as the SEC chair. For years, Gary Gensler has been the face of anti-crypto regulation and anti-crypto sentiment. XRP has a ridiculous amount of potential. It's been artificially held down by the SEC and Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler's departure, optimism will rise quickly in the XRP world. That, along with a symmetrical triangle pattern, a textbook breakout setup, a MACD crossover which confirms bullish momentum, and increasing volume which shows us that the big players are starting to get involved. The last time we had an environment like this, XRP rose from pennies to $3 very rapidly. We could see an $8 to $20 XRP very soon. What do you guys think? I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow me for more on crypto.
There you go from Armando. Hey, I mean, you got to believe a big stake in the ground for these institutions is Gary Gensler, right? He's been nothing but harsh on crypto, and once he steps down, the institutions are going to feel a lot more comfortable about getting into this space. And you can't blame them. Here, coming from Good Morning Crypto, Justin Charles Hoskinson answers the question, will Cardano and XRP work together? Let's take a listen to Charles here in this brief video clip.
What level do you think Cardano and XRP working together? I think we can add amazing DeFi components to XRP. I think they can add a lot of liquidity and they can add a wonderful stablecoin layer. Bridges, definitely. And it would be super cool to see if there's a path to get Midnight working with XRP. So we're meeting with David Schwartz here in a little bit. I've been texting him back and forth. His people are talking to my people. I sent him over some of our papers as well as the code for Midnight. And we'll see where that goes. But again, they're nice people, and I've known them forever. And it's nice to have them back in the family. And we're going to figure this out. What level do you think Cardano and XRP working together?
Love it. Love to see these partnerships continue, especially with XRP. And listen, if this makes the crypto industry stronger, and Charles lives up to his word and does the right thing, then so be it. Let's make it happen. Jake Claver coming in here. If you're not following Jake, at Beyond_Broke on X, great follow. Love his stuff. He says, wealth isn't just money. It's an opportunity to act with intention. Whether your focus is lifestyle, legacy, or philanthropy, success starts with a clear plan. Check out my video here. I'm not going to go to the video, but if you guys are in crypto and you're making money, you got to learn how to deal with that newfound wealth. And that can be, wealth can be a lot of different numbers to a lot of different people. So don't think that you don't need support. Give Jake a follow, and he can certainly help you the best way to think about the money you're making in crypto. So he is a terrific follow, does a great job on X and other platforms. That's the video for today, folks. Thanks for jumping on. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Follow me on X at Orlando Mott, and we will see you on the flip side.